everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. So I am back with the second part of integrating your Rasa chatbot with your Facebook Messenger. So now we are going to learn how to use the web scraping to fetch the live updates of your coronavirus cases updates so that we can use it further and to display it somewhere, right? Like in our case, we are going to display it on your Rasa chatbot, so that whenever a user will ask you for the updates, your Rasa chatbot should be able to display the live update values, right? So this is what exactly we are going to do. Now let's move ahead and let's see how to do that. Now go back to the PyCharm. Okay, so here you can see like in the last session we have already seen how to build your basic chatbot, so that can be further integrate with your Rasa chatbot with your Facebook Messenger to do whatever task you want to do. Like in our case, what we want to do, we want to make a self-test, and self-test we have already made, and the second step which is left is to check the live updates, right? So let's check the live updates and let's see how to do that part. So for that, if in case you have to call any separate action, or let's say you have to call any external API, so at that time what you have to do, you have to simply use the actions file, right? So this is the action files in which I have to call that part, right? Okay, I will call that part, I will fetch that data, but where should I display it, right? So for that, what we have to do is we have to create a utter action inside your domain file, so that can be further called inside your actions file to display those values, right? Like in my case, I have created this utter_cases inside your domain file, right? So this is the utter_action in which I want to display the values of your live updates, right? So like in my case, I will display in this format, like total number of cases in India are confirmed, and after that the value of confirmed, after that recovered, so how many are recovered, I will display that value. Similarly, how many are deceased, so the value for that. So after that I will say like stay home and stay safe, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do here, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do when I have the values. But the first step is to fetch those values. So to fetch those values, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a separate file, right? So this is a separate script for me. So here you can see I have already made the program completely for that, right? So that when I will be calling an API, I should be able to fetch that data from that particular API, right? So in my case, like you can see, this is the API from where I want to fetch the data. Like for now, just copy this and just check what I'm going to get on this particular link, right? So let me just open this. So here you can see when I have opened this link, you can see this is the complete data that you are getting with you. So the data is like 70,615 are the confirmed cases. These are the number of deceased, and similarly these are the number of recovered cases, right? So this is what exactly we are having. And now what we have to do is we have to use this particular URL, and I want to fetch the data from this URL, so that I could fetch these three values which I want to display on my Rasa chatbot, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do. Now go back. Okay, so this is what exactly I'm doing. After that, now as I have already explained in one of my previous sessions, that for using this web scraping, for using this technique, you have a module named as BS4, and I have already shown you how to install it on your Rasa chatbot, right? So if you are new to this channel and you are watching this video and this is your first video from my channel, then you can check that video to install it, right? So simply just check that. So for now, let's move ahead, and I will not install that. And also I have also installed request in one of my previous sessions. So if you are new here, you can check that as well, right? So let's move ahead. Now I have imported request, I have imported BS4, so that I can further call the particular API, and accordingly I can fetch the data from that, and further I can apply the web scraping for it, right? So similarly, I have created a function over here. In that function, what I'm doing is I'm simply passing this URL. So this is the URL which I am passing over here, right? So similarly, After that, what I'm doing is I'm simply calling this like request.get within brackets URL. So what this will do is this will simply fetch the complete data from this particular URL, and whatever data you are having on this page, that will be fetched in the form of a HTML, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do. So this will give you the output value, and also it will give you the response code, right? So when you will print this part, what it will do is it will simply give you a response value. So if in case you are getting 200, that means okay, so that means everything is fine, otherwise there is something that you need to be checked, right? So this is what exactly we are doing, and after that you have to use this beautiful soup, and accordingly whatever data you are having on this page, that will be fetched using this page.text. So with respect to this, you are able to fetch the data and to further extract the HTML type of a data, right? So on the basis of that, I will be fetching this data, right? So that will be stored in here, and after that what I have to do is I have to fetch the data with respect to these titles, right? So just because in my case, when I have fetched this particular URL, I have fetched this data, I have got the values with respect to this title and span. So whatever tags we are having on that page, these two type of tags are storing my data for these values which I was specifying over here. So the number of cases, the number of deceased, the number of recovered. So these values are linked with these tags, which is title, which is span, something like this, right? So this is what exactly I'm having. So that's why I have used this part. And similarly, whatever data has been find using this soup.findAll, that will be stored in PEW, and with respect to that complete data will be displayed over here, right? So after that, what I'm doing here is I'm simply just fetching the data as per the thing, as per the data which I'm getting, right? So that is the thing. I'm just extracting only the information that I require, right? So this is what exactly I'm doing. I'm using the for loop and the conditional, all the things, so that I can only get the numbers that I actually require, right? And rest of the things I don't want, so that's why I've just removed all of it, right? So that is what exactly I'm doing. Now in my case, let me just run this program for you so that I can show you what exactly I'm getting from this and this, right? So if you want, I can show you this as well, but for now let's just check this one only. So let's run this. So here you can see in the first step where you have just fetch the data using this get request, right? So you have got this output as response 200. So this 200 means okay, that means everything was fine. So you have completely fetched the data successfully, right? So this is what exactly we are doing. And after that, when I have find the data with respect to this title and with respect to this span, you are able to fetch the data which you are having here, right? With respect to this title, you are having this and this. Similarly, with respect to this span, you are having the other thing, like let's move here. Yeah, here you can see with respect to this span, you are having the number of confirmed cases, right? Similarly, after that, these are the number of deceased, right? So this is also associated with span. Also after that, your recovered ones, and after that, yeah, exactly. So this is what exactly we are having over here, right? So this is how we can do that part. Got it? But now you can see like all the values are associated with span generally and mainly. So if you want, you can remove this title as well, right? So this is how you can do. But in my case, I was able to do it in a very quick manner in using this title and span. So that's why I have just used this part, right? Now let's go ahead and let's see. So at last, what I have done is whatever data I am getting from here, whatever data I am having from here, right, which you can see using this print out, so which I have got here, right? So here I am having all my data. So the first one is the confirmed cases, the second one is the deceased, the third one is the number of recovered cases. So this is how I was able to fetch the data, and now I will be able to call this using these actions, right? So like you can see, what I have done is I have simply create a function for it. So this is a function, and inside that function I'm calling this particular parameter so that I can pass a argument for it, right? So this is what exactly I'm doing. And with respect to that, now I need to call it inside actions, because this corona underscore cases.py script is not directly linked to your chatbot in any way, right? So we need to call it inside your actions.py so that we can further connect it, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do. And after that, let's go to the actions file. So here what I'm doing is I am creating this class so that using which I will be able to further connect it, right? So for that I am calling this from corona underscore cases. This is my function which I have created here, you can see, right? So this is what exactly I have done. Now simply just call this like we have done already in the previous sessions as well. So this is how I will be able to do it. And now after that, just fetch the data, whatever data you have got, just pass it using this utter template to the particular utter action which you are having here, right? So this is what exactly I am doing here. Getting a point? Right. So this is what exactly we have done. Now my program is done. Now if I will run this code and if I will run the chatbot, if I will ask my chatbot like what to do, so in that case I will be able to fetch this data. And just because I have already added the story with respect to this, so that's the reason I don't have to train the model again, because I have already trained it in the last session, right? So this is what exactly I am doing. And also in the action file, not in the action file, in the endpoints file, make sure these two lines are uncommented, right? So that your action file or action server will be able to perform, right? Now let's go to this run and not run, terminal, right? And here let's run this action server as well. So let's run Rasa actions. Okay, so my action server is running now. After that, if I will check for it, let's see what it will tell me. Let's say so what you can see, total number of cases in India are confirmed 17,615, recovered are this, and deceased are this. So this is how we have just fetched the data from your particular script which you have created here, and you have called it inside the actions file. So this is how exactly we are going to use this particular two features which I have added to my chatbot, right? So this was the complete part for your creating your chatbot based on your coronavirus test, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do. Now my final step is to connect this particular chatbot that I have created to your Facebook, right? Now let's understand how to do that. But this is it for today, and this is it for this session. So this is it. I hope everything is very clear to you, but still if you are facing any kind of difficulties, then you can ask me anytime. You can simply leave a comment below in the comment section so that I can resolve you at the earliest. And just wait for the next video in which I will show you how to integrate your Rasa chatbot to your Facebook Messenger. So till then, bye bye and happy learning.